Good. All right, shalom. I go by the name Rob Moth with the Nebraska camp. Um, First off, give all praise to Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. Say blessings to the elect, double honors to the apostles of GMS. And with that being said, just want to get into the lesson or this subject matter for the day, which is in Romans 12:1. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren." You know, it ain't talking about everybody. First off, to cover every little valuable point, that's your brother, and that's basically the elect. Okay, because you can go to brethren, which are your neighbors and the Israelites, but you know your brothers, who's my mother, who's my father, who's my brother, but those who do the will of the Lord. So that being said, the brethren is the elect. By the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, okay, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So it's important that we make our bodies a living sacrifice. I want to look up this word sacrifice real quick, just to get into a more detailed picture, okay, before I go into anything. Okay, sacrifice, Greek word is dysia, and sacrifice or victim, okay. In the lexicon, it said they give me something different. An offering, a sacrifice, a victim, okay, by a sacrifice, by the sacrifice which be offered, not by offering up himself, that would have been expressed. Flesh left, says to eat the flesh left over from the victim's sacrifice. Okay, so it ain't talking about actually, you know, putting your killing yourself, or you know what I'm saying, or voluntarily committing suicide for the Lord's sake. It's talking about, you know, because that ain't right. You're not supposed to commit suicide. Okay, what it's talking about is making your body living sacrifices, to make yourself a victim, or to give yourself up unto the Lord. Your body's not yours anymore, so that means things you want to do ain't for you to do. Good case in point is Yahawashi didn't want to be crucified in that manner. You know what I'm saying? He made his body a living sacrifice. Paul went through infirmities and afflictions. He made his body a living sacrifice. All the disciples, except for John on the island of Patmos, but for the majority, which that can be argued, but for the majority point, they all made their body a living sacrifice. Even John being sent to that island, you know what I'm saying, to serve out a sentence. Your body's a living sacrifice. You know, going out in the winter, not dealing with this world, okay? Because you can't come in this truth and still try to do what you want to do, man. If something is able to be done, then you do it, but you don't want to get all into it like that, man. Okay? You want to keep that shit very light, you know? Like you season your food, keep that salt light. Just because you use salt don't mean you use a lot of it. It makes it bitter. You know what I'm saying? And the point is, the more you deal with the world, the more you going I was talking to somebody, the more you feel like you miss out. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not into the world like that, you really don't feel like you're missing out on anything. You know? So stop fucking with worldly shit, man. You know, don't dig into that shit. Get your little piece of it and get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing worldly shit all through the week, on a weekend, or you know what I'm saying? Every opportunity to do the righteous thing is the best thing to do, okay? But you know, a lot of words short, okay? It says which is a reasonable service. That's reasonable, but considering that the Most High gave you this light, gave you this oil, you know what I'm saying? It's reasonable for you to be in this truth. And to make your body a living sacrifice, because you're supposed to be put to death in the first place. So it ain't like, you know, don't be bitching and whining about, you got this reason or this excuse on why you in the world or why you doing worldly shit. You know what I'm saying? You should be finding an excuse to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened that you do worldly shit from time to time. You go to a bar, you get your woman, like you should, man, shit ain't all that, man. Okay? That's how you're supposed to be, because you should be thankful the Most High put your ass to death yet, or put me to death. Same thing with me. It goes for me also. Okay? But that's the angle you're supposed to look at it, and that will give you the drive to really you will force yourself into a drive. I can't say give you a drive. You will force yourself into a lane that you will be efficient in the truth if you just do mostly the work. You know what I'm saying? You at home, you study. You know what I'm saying? You sacrifice studying. I mean, sacrifice hanging out with niggas or doing niggerish shit or doing worldly things. Can't say nigger shit. Might be some legal, regular shit. But you sacrifice the worldly shit for the spiritual. You have no choice but to, increase. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make your body a little sacrifice, and which is your reasonable service, considering, because that's what it says that brethren, by the mercies of the Most High. Okay, but I want to go on because I want to drag it out, but it's so much into that verse that you can go into, man. It says, verse 2, it says, and be not conformed to this world. Let's look up that word conform, okay? It says conform means to conform oneself, i.e. one's mind and character, to another's pattern, fashion oneself according to. So what's the pattern of America? You know what I'm saying? What do people do on the weekends? What do people do during the weekdays? What do people rave and get excited about? Okay, that's conforming. If your mind gets excited about the same shit a 2/3 gets excited about, then you ain't on the right path. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point that brothers in the know, brothers in the truth, sit there and you'll be in the truth. You're not a hold that laugh in front of brothers, but deep down inside, you like that shit. Like you see a bitch walking with half her clothes out, you be like, oh damn, man, damn, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you would want that, but other brothers be like, damn, if these brothers were around, I would have hollered at her. Or you try to put on the front like you're this way, but deep down in your belly, you're really another way. You know what I'm saying? On that level, it's important to recognize who you are, because that's when you dealing with just you and the Most High, because y'all can, not y'all, we all can hide that from brothers. You know what I'm saying? But what is in the dark comes to light, of course. But you can hide that basic shit. The Most High knows your heart. Okay? It says, be not conformed to this world. Okay? But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Not only your mind reflects your actions. If I want to walk, it has to go through my mind, really my spirit. You know what I'm saying? But it has to go through your mind before anything. Okay? So you have to be conformed through the renewing of your mind, the renewing of your spirit. You have to become a new person. Shit not cool no more. You know what I'm saying? Holidays not cool no more. Hanging with certain people ain't cool no more. You know what I'm saying? I went to a club a while back with one of the brothers. It was like some kind of event with bitches, you know what I'm saying, bikini boxing type shit. I'm like, man, okay, see, I'm up in there, I'm like, I felt uncomfortable, man, okay? Then I'm like, that's it. I'm not doing that shit no more, man. Because that shit, I felt uncomfortable. I didn't feel like I belonged in there, okay? And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be with all this shit, man. If you can go out and you be amongst your, you're supposed to feel comfortable amongst your brothers, of course, man. And that's probably about it. I feel uncomfortable around family members because they ain't right, man. You don't know what the fuck can happen or you know what I'm saying, what can go down, okay? It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So that's how you clarify what's good and what's not, is that you change your ways. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in the truth and you know the truth and you're still doing shit of the world, man. There's certain shit that you can do. You can go out to a bar, you can go out, you can mess with females, you can get your money, you know what I'm saying? But don't be conformed to the world, all right? And don't make no excuses on why you're doing it, man, all right? There's good reasons, you know what I'm saying? But every excuse sounds good excuse, you know what I'm saying? You ate pork because there was nothing in the house. You ain't eaten 2 weeks. That's a good excuse. Or you ain't got nothing else in your refrigerator. That's a good excuse. But does that make eating pork right, man? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't make no excuse, oh, I did this because of this, or it was just this, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you put yourself, you know what I'm saying, you gotta look at it like, even if you fall short, every day our righteousness, we fall short of the glory. Every day we don't have 100% day. And you should be like, upset about that, okay? And continue to strive for like 100%, okay? Why accept not being perfect, man. You know, the scriptures say strive for perfection. So every day you're not going to hit that perfection, but you strive for it. Don't be accepting your imperfection. Understand that you're not going to get it, but get pissed off when you do, man. You know? If you're a boxer and you get punched, you don't want to get punched. It's going to piss you off. But then don't accept that somebody's just going to punch on you. You know? Okay, for verse 3 says, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think himself more highly than he ought to think, because you ain't shit. So don't go to thinking because you're in the truth, you can do this and you can do that. And you're doing the same shit niggas is doing in the world, man. You ain't no different. What makes you special? Because you come out and do the work. The work don't save you. You know what I'm saying? The work is the Most High's will. You know what I'm saying? Your salvation is the Most High's will. So it's not a works, it's a faith. And if it, you know what I'm saying, if it works not involved, it's neither works. You read that in what's that, Romans, I believe the 4th chapter. I could be wrong, but I believe it's the 4th or 8th chapter. You know what I'm saying? That you gotta have both. And really it's up to the Lord at the end of the day. You gotta have faith and works. It's still up to the Most High. Okay? So you gotta understand that, and you can't sit there and think, oh, I'm out here on the highway. I take care of the signs, or we study, or I'm a good speaker, or whatever your gift is. You can't sit there and say, oh, I'm efficient at that, so the Most High is on my side. So now during the weekday, or when I have time to increase myself, I'm doing niggerish shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always strive for perfection, okay? Strive for the masteries, as I said last week. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures don't really go into like you're doing too much in the truth. You're doing too much for the Lord. You know, it'll never say that. You know what I'm saying? It says, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but think soberly, according as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith. So basically, don't. Now that's a level you can overthink, because I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, you trying to break down shit that you don't understand, you know what I'm saying, or you trying to go deeper than, you know what I'm saying, you know where you are, but that don't mean like, oh, I know I can't, I ain't that disciplined with women, so I'm just gonna deal with multiple women. Like, you know what I'm saying, if you know who you are, then you deal with yourself in measure, man. You know what I'm saying, you know what you can handle, what you can't. You take yourself out of that element. Okay, and you're always supposed to evaluate yourself in this truth every day of the week, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to get better. You constantly should want to get better. You should want to know a new precept, a new breakdown, new definition. You don't have to know a new breakdown, but getting precepts under your belt. You know what I'm saying? Getting definitions, whatever you can get, man. You should constantly want to keep getting. Okay, so that's pretty much it to that. And what I want to say is all praises to yahawah, yahawashi. For this truth and giving mercy upon us, and blessings to the elect, all you brothers out there teaching truth and sincerity and doing this truth and sincerity. And then we're going to say double honor to our apostles, you know, through the Most High, yahawashi, endow them to bring this truth down onto us. Very highly appreciative. And that being said, once again, all praise yahawashi.